On the edge of the Canadian Arctic, Churchill, Manitoba, sits quietly against the vast, icy expanse, its story shaped by isolation and resilience. Today, this once remote outpost is experiencing a remarkable transformation, evolving from a quiet northern town into a place of renewed purpose and opportunity. Churchill is now home to Canada's only deep-water Arctic seaport, a gateway being revitalized as a year-round hub for national commerce and international trade, connecting the heart of the continent to the world. This resurgence is driven by strategic investment, bold vision, and a powerful new partnership between public and private sectors, positioning Churchill at the center of Canada's northern vision and placing it firmly on the map as a critical link in the nation's future. As global trade routes face strain and bottlenecks threaten supply chains, Canada is looking north, seeking stability, resilience, and a competitive edge in a rapidly changing world. The renewed focus on Churchill marks a pivotal shift in national strategy, forging a new corridor that cuts across the top of the world, opening up possibilities once thought impossible. This northern passage offers shorter, more efficient shipping routes to Europe and beyond, reducing travel time and costs for global commerce. Unlocking the immense potential of the Arctic, indigenous communities, private industry, and government have united to breathe new life into the port and railway, ensuring that growth is both inclusive and sustainable for generations to come. The Port of Churchill now stands as a symbol of Canadian innovation and determination, a northern beacon lighting the way to a new era of global trade, prosperity, and hope. Canada's prosperity has long depended on its close economic ties with the United States. For decades, the U.S. has been Canada's largest trading partner, shaping the flow of goods, services, and investment across the world's longest undefended border. This relationship has brought stability and growth, but it has also created a significant dependency. But recent trade disputes, tariffs, and bottlenecks at U.S. ports have exposed the risks of over-reliance on a single partner. When the U.S. faces challenges, Canadian businesses feel the impact almost immediately, from delayed shipments to increased costs. Global disruptions, from the Red Sea crisis to Panama Canal delays, have further strained American shipping routes, impacting Canadian exporters. These international events highlight how vulnerable Canada's trade can be to issues far beyond its own borders. This instability has sparked a national push for independent, sovereign trade corridors. Canadian leaders are now rethinking how to safeguard the country's economic interests and ensure access to global markets, regardless of external pressures. Canada's resources, grain, potash, and critical minerals, are in high demand worldwide, but reaching those markets requires reliable infrastructure. Without secure routes, even the most valuable commodities can be stranded, limiting Canada's potential on the world stage. The Port of Churchill offers a vital alternative, ensuring Canadian goods can reach Europe and beyond without U.S. dependency. Its strategic location on Hudson Bay opens new pathways for exports, especially as Arctic shipping lanes become more accessible. The government's $500 billion investment in new infrastructure, with Churchill at its heart, signals a commitment to resilience. These projects are designed to modernize transport networks, create jobs, and strengthen Canada's position in the global economy. By building its own northern gateway, Canada is diversifying its options and securing its economic future. This approach not only reduces risk, but also opens up new opportunities for trade with Europe, Asia, and beyond. This is not a retreat from partnership, but a bold step toward independence and global competitiveness. By forging new trade horizons, Canada is preparing to thrive in an unpredictable world. Churchill's location on Hudson Bay gives it unique advantages, positioning it as a critical node in Arctic logistics. It stands as Canada's only deep-water Arctic seaport, linked to the national rail network, making it a vital connection point. Goods from Western Canada can move directly by rail to Churchill, bypassing congested southern ports and streamlining the supply chain. Shipping from Churchill to Europe is days faster than traditional routes, saving time and money for exporters and enhancing efficiency. This Arctic shortcut gives Canadian products a competitive edge on the global stage, opening new markets and opportunities. As climate change reduces sea ice, Churchill's shipping season is expanding, transforming it from a seasonal port to a reliable year-round hub, ready to meet growing demands. The port's combination of rail access, shorter sea routes, and a lengthening shipping season makes it a linchpin in Canada's trade strategy, ensuring seamless logistics. Churchill is more than a port. It's a strategic gateway, offering a fundamentally different approach to logistics and reshaping how goods move globally. The Arctic advantage is now a tangible asset, actively shaping Canada's place in the global economy and positioning it as a leader in Arctic trade. Churchill's transformation is powered by a groundbreaking partnership between the Arctic Gateway Group and FedNav Limited. This alliance brings together Indigenous and community ownership of the port and railway with Canada's largest international dry bulk shipping company. Their shared goal: to make Churchill a sustainable, year-round Arctic seaport. The Arctic Gateway Group, led by First Nations and northern communities, controls the entire logistics chain and is committed to sustainable development. FedNav brings a modern fleet and decades of Arctic shipping expertise, crucial for navigating ice-covered waters. Together, they're tackling the technical, commercial, and environmental challenges of year-round shipping. This partnership is more than business. It's a strategic alignment to unlock the North's economic potential for all. At the heart of Churchill's revival is Indigenous leadership. The Arctic Gateway Group, owned by 41 First Nation and Bayline communities, ensures local voices guide the port's future. This marks a shift from past projects imposed on the North, putting economic reconciliation and community benefit at the forefront. When previous owners abandoned the corridor, Indigenous communities took control, securing funding and partnerships to restore and expand the infrastructure. Their leadership guarantees that wealth generated flows back to the region, creating jobs and opportunities. The partnership with FedNav is built on mutual respect, with Indigenous economic reconciliation as a core pillar. Churchill's success is a testament to the vision and resilience of its community owners, setting a new standard for resource development. Transforming Churchill into a year-round economic powerhouse requires massive investment in infrastructure. Hundreds of millions have been invested to modernize both the port and the 450-mile Hudson Bay Railway. Advanced technologies, drones, LiDAR, and geotechnical engineering are making the railway more resilient and efficient. The port itself is expanding, especially to handle critical minerals essential for clean technologies. In response to new mineral agreements, Churchill has tripled its storage capacity, proving its ability to adapt to market demands. These upgrades diversify the port's cargo beyond grain, positioning it for long-term growth. The AGG-FedNav partnership is driving further innovation, from ice management to specialized Arctic equipment. The joint working group is developing solutions for reliable, all-weather operations. These efforts are building a modern, resilient port, Canada's premier northern gateway to the world. Churchill's revitalization is fueled by Western Canada's resource wealth. The port is becoming a crucial export hub for grain, energy, and critical minerals, moving them efficiently to global markets. For prairie farmers, Churchill offers the fastest, most cost-effective route to Europe and North Africa. The port's reopening restores a vital link for agriculture, with the potential to surpass its previous export records. Demand for critical minerals like zinc and lithium is surging, and Churchill is now equipped to handle these high-value shipments. The port's expanded facilities connect Canadian mines directly to international manufacturers. Looking ahead, Churchill could become a major terminal for Canadian energy exports, providing Europe with a secure, stable supply. This diversification cements Churchill's role as a cornerstone of Canada's economic and geopolitical strategy. As Canada looks north, the U.S. faces mounting challenges at its major ports. Congestion, economic pressures, and climate threats have disrupted American maritime trade since 2020. For Canada, this instability highlights the value of a sovereign, alternative route through Churchill. U.S. ports have suffered from pandemic aftershocks, global crises, and climate-related disruptions, causing delays and rising costs. Efficiency rankings show U.S. ports lagging behind global competitors, making Canadian exporters wary of relying on them. For prairie producers, Churchill offers a streamlined, less congested route to world markets. Climate change further threatens U.S. coastal ports, while Churchill is being rebuilt with resilience in mind. This contrast positions Churchill as a secure, reliable option in an unpredictable world. Canada's northern gateway is emerging as a strategic advantage as global supply chains face growing uncertainty. The story of Churchill is a story of Canada's future, bold, innovative, and independent. By transforming a remote Arctic outpost into a year-round commercial hub, Canada is redefining its place on the global stage. This project is a declaration of economic sovereignty, Indigenous reconciliation, and a response to global instability. The Churchill Corridor offers a secure, efficient path for Canadian resources, insulated from foreign bottlenecks and pressures. Indigenous leadership ensures that prosperity flows to northern communities, setting a new standard for major projects. Churchill's success will be measured in jobs, opportunities, and national resilience. As the first ice-class vessels prepare to sail year-round, they carry the promise of a more prosperous, equitable Canada. This bold northern vision has the power to redefine the country's future for generations to come.